Hi, Dr. Janet Hall here, sex therapist, clinical psychologist and author of this book, Sex Life Solutions, and 18 CDs in the Sensational Sex series. So I'd like to talk about men and erections, and particularly to encourage you to seek medical treatment first, or at least assessment, because 80% of erectile dysfunction can be due to physiological problems. So how do you know when you might need to see the GP? Well, if you never get a morning erection at all, if you can't get an erection with masturbation, or my preferred term, which is solo sex, or if your partner's really complaining heavily that you're avoiding sex, or that you're just not able to satisfy them, and also if you are finding that it's getting worse rather than better. Now, physiologically, you really should take care of yourself if you want to have good erections. In fact, I say that, young men who start smoking should be scared off, because on the packet it should say, warning, smoking causes impotence. And of course, only drink in moderation. Eat a low cholesterol diet and handle your stress, because all of those factors might be causing your problems with erections. So as a psychologist, I mostly work with guys who have psychological distress around their erections, and that sometimes can come from having a physical reason originally. For instance, there was one chap who came to see me, and he had a prostate problem. He was called James, and he was a successful dentist, and he worked too much, 6 days a week. He'd had a prostate operation and seemed to recover well, except that he couldn't get his erections back. And then he started avoiding sex altogether. Well, his wife Marie started to threaten to leave him and said, "You better go and see a sex therapist." So they both came in together to consult with me. And James was funny. He said, "Why doesn't this woman just leave me alone? She made me read that book about men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Doesn't she know that men go into their cave and hide when they can't solve their problem?" But then he admitted the truth. He said, "This is really seriously depressing me. I feel like I'm only half a man." So James had to learn to handle his self-talk and change his negative thinking, handle his stress, stop working so much, learn to relax and manage his psychological distress. For his physical problem, he used the injections which his doctor prescribed him, and they helped him get a good erection. And then he was able to perform with Marie with success, and both of them went to sleep with a happy smile on their face.